Yo, yo, yo. It's Thursday. We're back. We were off last week. I had some
Yeah.
work business to attend to.
Work business, work. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
business work.
business, work business. Whatever. So, how you good?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it was like a yearly review thing, so it was like
so,
a 12
well,
hour thing. Yeah.
the sucky thing is next week I'll have work business that I'll have to be doing. So
Such is life.
I know it sucks. I mean, damn it.
I mean, we're pretty consistent
Yeah.
except when we're traveling or doing something. So,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we try to hit it pretty hard. I
oh
mean,
yeah. Yeah.
I think it's definitely yeah. Hello from West Texas. What's happening, dude?
West Texas.
Yeah.
So what's up, man? Did you finish is the minivan out now? I seen
Yeah.
the last video today, right?
Last video was today. Um, it's funny because there was one guy that just managed to ruin the excitement of that. And it's like it's not like you're trying to milk it for anything, because I mean, I feel like my editing style really limits the amount of nonsense. Like I jump cut the shit out of these things. So it's like it's
Yeah.
and
There's no dead spots.
yeah, and that was that van, there was a lot of just dumb shit in that van that we had to make sure worked.
Yeah.
And so plus there was a whole stereo. So it was, we knew when we filmed that one, it was gonna be either you're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
And most people liked it, and the one douche spectacular. And I mean that with all the love and sincerity I can possibly muster. I mean, I'm not, put it this way: if you're willing to make a comment that is negative, like even in jest, I don't need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I got enough shit on my plate.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna offer some constructive criticism, I'm fine with that. But if you're just gonna be just a guy that's like, man, you're really milking this for all it's worth. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
you know, no,
Oh, I mean, I think most of us are like that. Like you see something and often I see something like that's a valid criticism. I should have done that in this
yeah,
video, but I didn't. So I keep it in mind for the next one.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this, when this one rolled into the bay, it was like, man, we've never filmed anything like this. So screw it, let's do it. You know,
Yeah. I do. Well, I got to give a special shout out here. Now, this is a way to announce yourself in. Salute. Yeah.
Southwestern Indiana checking in. Um, Hey, party people, I like the lack of nonsense in his videos. I want to know how you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that was fun. That was fun, But yeah, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over. Yeah, it was a long edit, but
Yeah. So it was like what, 4 videos?
it was five. It was five.
5. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're thinking that, um, how we release the videos all combined up. And usually
Mhm.
we've been kind of doing them close to when we're done, but we're not going to do that anymore. We're just going to shelve it. So we'll
Yeah.
edit it, shelve it. And I don't know when we're going to release those because we might wait until like the end of the year. We might just hold all those until the end of the year. Um, because like, we take the 2 weeks off of the channel, but not really. I mean, we're still, and we do it mainly just because of all the stuff that is going on that, in the holiday season. It's like when you think back 4 weeks ago, you know, it was, there's between Christmas, New Year's, right after Thanksgiving, there's just this mosh of crap that everyone's doing. And, yeah, it's hard to get in there and edit stuff, but we also, we did the 12 days of Christmas, but we don't keep those up. We take those down because what happens is people don't pay attention.
Yeah.
So, they'll be responding 3 or 4 days later and it's like it's over, dude.
Too late. You
Yeah, and
missed
it's
it.
like
Yeah.
so there's really no benefit for us keeping those up. It's like it's not like there's any information that you can glean from it. There's no
There's no
tutorial.
replayability. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
so it's
yeah.
like we just take them down as quick as we can because it's over.
Right.
No one listens to techno. Um, so it was yeah. So I mean, it's like, and so the channel just kind of does what it does, and then we come back in January and try to hit it hard, but and there again, we also realize that everybody else is busy this time of the year, so we don't want to drop like tons of it, but we also realize that like people need their escapism. I get it, so we're
Yeah.
trying to come up with a better solution for the end of the year. We don't know, and that's one of the things that we might just wait. Yeah,
Yeah. Hit them with the full
yeah.
length videos. I mean,
Because
I'm
those
all,
end up being almost an hour, sometimes an hour and 20 minutes long. So it's like, we could probably release like four of them,
yeah.
and that's enough. And it's like if we, like now we did it in January. If we play it again in December, you're gonna get that one guy that goes, "Man, I feel like I've seen this before,"
Yeah.
and you'll be like, "Yeah, you did in January," or you'll get the
Yeah.
guys like, "Wow, that was so cool. I've never seen it." It's like we did it in January.
You missed it.
Yeah.
Listen, I went to a Best Buy today. I went inside a Best Buy. Long story short, the reason I went in there was to get rid of this piece of devilry right here. God, I
Oh,
hate this thing, dude.
can you
I
send it to me then?
do you need it? I will send
I
it to
will.
you.
I will gladly take it off your hands. I love that thing.
What about this?
Those are too big. Is that wireless?
Yeah,
Yeah, I hate
it's
wireless. No,
it's Bluetooth.
no, screw that. No,
Yeah.
all my keyboards plug in, but I love that mouse. Like those, I have those. I love that mouse.
Yeah, it's just too flat, man. So I went to Best Buy. I got a I
Oh,
just
got
went
an IBM.
got the old school, the Logitech with a full size mouse. And
Yeah,
man, let me tell you, I'm loving life. But
yeah.
the reason wasn't just because it was so flat, but I just hated the freaking Bluetooth connectivity. Like I wouldn't be able to turn on my lap or the new computer I got sometimes with the
Really?
Bluetooth. Yeah. And I'd have to restart it. And it happened 4 times. I was like, you know what? I'm
What's
done with that.
so that? And that's probably why I use a wired keyboard.
Right. Yep.
You
And
know,
it's yeah.
yeah. Because like I'm thinking about. I'm like, no, my keyboards are always wired. Because yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I hate Bluetooth keyboards. It's always white,
Yeah.
but I love that mouse. But I also have smaller hands than you, so
Yeah.
to me, how it like perfectly just tucks right into my hand, and it's like oh my god, it's like I can just destroy with that thing.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
so hateful. Like I was like, I'm gonna go to the trackpad and I was like, you know what? No, no. I'm going back. I already know what kind of
Oh,
keyboards I like. So
and it's funny too because like I have an Apple trackpad, and I can't use it to save my ass, but my laptop, it's like my mind just doesn't
it
work.
doesn't
It's
work
like
like that.
it's not a laptop. You can't use a track. It's like no, I can. Oh, it's
I
so
thought about
weird.
that too. I thought about like I don't know if I would like that. I do like a mouse, but on my
Your
laptop it's
mic is a
fine.
little clippy.
Uh oh, am I hot? Let me see.
You're not loud. It's just a little clippy. It's weird.
Let me
I just
see
I
here.
just noticed that too.
Well, why can't I turn it down? I'll have to do it in Road Central. Let me make
Like
sure everything's plugged in good.
did a dual boot on my Mac so I can have the best of both worlds. All the tuning software I need only works on Windows. Sean, I can appreciate that. However, I will never. I did that once. I had a Mac, and I had somebody dual boot it for me, and I hated it with a passion. And I sent it. I gave it back to him. I said, "Please undo whatever you've done.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
will go out and buy a shitty Windows laptop for $800 and carry both of them."
yeah.
Because and honestly, it works out better for us that way. So, in both Fernando and myself, both carry. He's got a Windows and a Mac. I've got a Windows and Mac. We both have new iPads. So anytime we have to do anything, there's always a redundant of everything. Um, just because, as a professional, it has to be that way. But I cannot work off of like even like I know guys that will do like the DMRTA and tune a car on the same laptop. And I'm
Yeah,
like, how do you do that? Like, I need two screens.
yeah.
This one does this one does that. Don't make them cross. Don't cross the streams. Um,
I
yeah,
did ditch. So I ditched the Apple laptop.
yeah.
You know what? I think it's because I'm closer to the mic. With the new setup, like I could touch it.
Ah,
But is it still clipping though? I turn
no,
it
I think
down
it sounds
some.
okay now.
Okay. Um. So yeah, I've got a Windows laptop now, and that's just my tuning. I rarely use the laptop. I just use the iPad if I need to,
Yeah.
and then of course desktop. But I will say Windows it's poison. Windows is poison.
So it was funny last night because, like I was telling you before the show started, I was up really late last night helping a friend of mine who's creating a bunch of car audio podcasts, and he needed help designing all the artwork for him. And so I was like, "Yeah, man, no problem." So I'm sitting there banging away. I'm not an Adobe guy, so I try to find anything outside of Adobe. Like, please give me anything outside of Adobe. And
Right.
so I have a workflow for designing things. I use a couple different apps. Like, there's an app called for all you guys that are like, what do you use? There's an app called Art Text 4. There's another one called Comic Life, and then of course there's one called Amadine. And depending on what I need to do, I'll interchange those apps or just work in one and draw from the others, because art or Comic Life is a great just page layout. So like you can just drop everything you want onto it and it doesn't care, and you can arrange it any way you want. You can extract like if you get a clip art off the internet, you need to
Yeah.
extract the background. It does a freaking amazing job of doing that. If I have to do like photo editing stuff like that, there's Pixelmator and Pixelmator Pro. Um, but so I'm banging through these apps last night. It's like 1 in the morning, and I'm just designing shit and flipping things around. And I can hear him over there going, "Conk, conk, 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 conk," on his, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I could do this on a Windows machine. Like, I don't think I could do it. I mean, because it's like, it's just not there. I mean, there again, I'm
Yeah.
sure I could, but to find this cobble of apps that I found and get them to just do what I want them to do the way I want them to do, I don't know if I could do that on Windows machine.
No.
Um,
I
solid
mean,
state is the way to go. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You gotta have. I won't buy a computer with a laptop without at minimum a solid state drive, but
somewhere in there.
preferably like a NVMe, the small ones, the fast ones.
Well, it's funny. So, like, my current iMac, like you just got your new iMac. My current
Yeah.
iMac is an older one, but it has two drives in it. So it has a solid state, like,
Oh, is it the Fusion?
yeah, that was
Yeah.
when they were doing that. It was really cool, but now they don't do that anymore. Everything just gets an M1 and a bunch of graphics memory and shit like that. But it has a big solid state, and then it has like a 2 terabyte,
Right.
buried in there. And it's so awesome, but it's starting to end of life. I can feel it telling me this, and I was like, God damn it. So I was looking at replacing it. I don't just because it does one thing and it does it really well, and I'd hate to do it on like one of the other two laptops.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So I specced out. That's the thing though. Like iMacs right now, like you got the refurb one, which is cool. Like you can always get a really good deal on one of those. But like even buying a brand new one with an M1 all fucking cheesed up, and like they're
Yeah.
not that expensive.
No, they're not. I think you can get one for like $1,100
Dude,
stock.
I right columned everything. It's like all the shit. It was only like
Yeah.
$2,500.
Yeah.
And I know
And
somebody
then
was like,
you
oh,
would have
oh,
paid what 3 years ago the iMac Pros were like 5 or 6
dude.
grand, and they're slower than the base model one you could get now.
Yeah, and they're still 5 or 6 grand used because those popped up first. And I was like, holy shit, what are
Yeah.
these? I don't need that. No, fuck. But
Yeah.
what I'm really so one of the things I'm more interested in is somebody brought up an interesting point today. Now back into car audio. Somebody said, hey man, DSR1, is there a desktop app for it? And I was like, no. And then I started to think, oh, wait a minute. Technically, there might be, but not in a desktop the way you would want it. So when Hertz launched their new mini DSP, basically their DSR1 competitor,
Right.
fixing all the things that the DSR1 is troublesome with. Okay, on paper, I don't know in practicality. I haven't played with one yet, but they don't have AR capability, which is why the DSR1 in my life is so appealing. I as a standalone DSP, it's not anything I care about, but as a DSR1 AR plugging into a factory radio and doing what it needs to do, to me, that's invaluable. So we sell a shit ton of them for that. But when Hertz launched that, they were so excited to say, and we're now Mac compatible. And we're like, so I immediately ran home and I'm like trying to find, where do I download this app?
Right.
Nowhere to be found. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? It's M1 compatible. For those of you guys who don't know, M1
It's
is
the
the
iPhone
processor
app.
that
Yeah.
Apple's using, and they use it across multiple, so you can get in it. Like your iMac is an M1.
Yeah.
Our computer at work that we run the show on is an M1, but none of my laptops are M1s. My new iPad is an M1. So basically, what they're saying is it's Mac compatible, but only if you have an M1 processor. So all you're doing is you can open up the iPad software onto your and play with it that way. And I was like, oh, that sucks. But that might open the door of having a DSR1 software run on a laptop.
Because they do have an app. Right.
Yes, because it's only app. That's the only app there is.
Even for Windows?
There is no Windows app. There is no DSR1 is either Android or iPhone. That's it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, it is not made to work on a laptop. There's no nothing. So that made it kind of interesting. So, now when you have some of these DSPs that are coming out with like iPhone apps or just iPhone apps, it's like, oh, maybe, or they're just Windows, but they have an iPhone app, because there are some of those that are Windows only, but then they make an iPhone app. It's like, well, if it'll work on an iPhone or an iPad, well, then it'll work with an M1 processor, then it should technically work on any Mac at that point. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to see. Hopefully someone who's watching this will be totally nerdy and send me a bunch of screenshots of all these, non-Mac DSPs working with the iPad apps on their laptops. So it'll be like, oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. It's such a pain, man. The apps are okay, but when you really want to dive in there, it's like you want to hook it up to your computer and just get in there and get it handled.
So somebody asked, what's a good pair of headphones for $300 to $500? Is it Meza? Hold on. Let me. M-E-Z-A.
There's tons. There's a Sony MDR.
Okay, well, so it really just depends what you're trying to do. If we're talking about like I'm going to sit in a dark place and put some headphones on my head, the ones I like to use are going to come right in at $300. It's the Meze MEZE Audio 99 Classics. It's a closed back, big cups, covers the ear, feels real nice. I can wear them. That's what I edit in now, because my my other ones finally gave up the ghost, which really sucked because I really like those, but I can't think of what they are. Now, if you want to experience a variety of like something cool headphone wise, so this is a Dakoni Blue. These take some power, but the company that makes these for Dakoni, which is Fostech makes a ton of different headphones. And the cool thing is you can get into some of the more affordable ones pretty reasonable. And why that's cool is you can get like maybe an inexpensive pair of open back, pair of closed back, and you can start to see what the difference is. And then Sennheiser 600 series, any one of those always comes in looking really nice. And you can get the Sennheiser 600s now. There's like a 600, a 650, a 670, a 680. There's any one of them is fun. But then these guys here are the what the fuck is that called? What's
Those
the
almost look like Hi-Fi Men.
they're ripoffs of Hi-Fi Men. Okay,
Mhm.
so the Hi-Fi Men's are really nice, but they're super expensive. And what makes those and these neat, and also the Miso,
Planar.
they're planars.
Mhm.
Get yourself a pair of planars if what you're looking for. God, what the hell is it? Starts with an M.
Is it the Monolith?
Yeah, monoliths. Thank you. So these
Okay.
are the monolith,
From
big
Mono
monolith.
Price.
Yeah, from Monoprice. So these are the Monoprice has a lot of good deals on a lot of different headphones too. But these are the monoliths from Monoprice. These are the 1080s or 1060s or something like that.
Yeah.
These are giant open backs. Okay, like these things are massive, big power, big sound, fucking awesome. Very affordable too.
Yeah, I think you
So
could get those less than $200.
the 1080s,
Yeah,
really? They come
I
down a
think
lot
so.
then.
Yeah, I think they're pretty. You can get a pair of Hi-Fi Man HE300s for around $450. They're nice.
Yeah.
I got water on mine.
Oh,
That
nice.
wasn't great. Yeah.
Open back or what? So you have open back or closed back. So open back is if you're in a room with people, you want closed back, meaning the cups are sealed, like your drays and shit like that. They're all closed back, regular speakers. But so you don't interfere with other people. Open back is it's literally your head is the box. So they're open on the outside. So anyone in the room can hear what you're listening to, but they give you a bigger sound field, more presence, more everything. But the downside to them is like everyone knows what you're listening to.
Yeah.
Because how they stick to your head is the enclosure. And then like the Deconis, it's a partial open close back because there's actually a vent in the back of the speaker, so the speakers breathe out, which give them a bigger
Aperiodic,
feel.
bro.
Hmm?
Do you even aperiodic, bro?
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
The other now, if you're looking for something noise canceling, Sony.
yeah.
Sony.
They've been the leader on that for a while.
Sony's kick ass. Like I got a pair of those that we take on the plane. They sound. I mean, just as a regular headphone, they sound great for like if you want a Bluetooth headphone. The Sony sound awesome. I've had several different noise canceling headphones. Like I have a set of Sennheiser's NI1s or whatever the hell they're called, special edition Pink Floyd things. Those sound okay. They sounded really good for a long time until I got the Sonys. Even the kickers sound okay. The kickers are just kind of cheap.
Yeah.
But the ARM-based M1 machine needs to have their software code recompiled to work with different architecture. Yeah.
Not fun.
Yep. Oh, there you go. So Haley took my kickers. So I don't have them anymore. She had drays. She got 2 pairs of drays, and she was doing something, and hers were all dead. And I was like, "Well, here, these are charged. Throw these on." She's like, "Oh wow, like you're not getting these back." And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
So Fernando still rocks his. He likes those.
I still haven't even opened mine.
Dude, they sound good.
I
They
need to.
sound.
I just don't. I'm not a over the ear guy.
Yeah, I know. See, I am. I'm nothing.
Especially now with my hair. I can't mess up my hair.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No.
My only complaint with all the headphones is I like, for example, like the big ones that I wear at nighttime, they have big cushy pads. So
Yeah.
like I can wear glasses and it doesn't bother me. 4, 5, 6 hours with headphones on doesn't bother me. But dude, the Sonys and all the other, smaller headphones, it's like the pads aren't really thick. They're soft and they're good, but they're not made for wearing glasses. So eventually what happens is it's just pushing these into my head, and because of the noise canceling, they're trying to keep them tight on your skull, and
Right.
it's just, oh fuck, man. By the time the flight is over, I'm just sitting there like this. Oh my god, please land the plane so I can see again.
Dude, that's why I go with the in ears. Although people don't like having stuff in their ears too, so it's
I've never heard the down for sound headphones, but I can tell you they're not in the same league as the other ones we were just talking about. I mean, these are headphone manufacturers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, what's up? Happy Thursday. Do we have a topic or anything that we want to talk
Man,
about?
I didn't have a topic, but I can talk about some. So let's
Please
talk about
do.
the Best Buy car audio section.
Please do.
When I was in there, I was like,
We should have had Chris come on.
yeah, Chris, when we send you a link, we'll have
Yeah,
you
are
join.
you doing anything, Vera? We'll send
Yeah,
you a
we'll
link, get you on.
send you a link. But it is a sad state of affairs, my friend. There is no amp wiring kits available.
Oh, I was sorry. I was reading this as pawn shops is a great place for headphones. Oh, I got a set of Bauer and Winkles for $40. Dude, that's awesome. Good job.
I never go to pawn shops. Ever.
So Chris says he's sick. So does that mean you can't talk, or what does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, you're there, but
Yeah, there is nothing at Best Buy. They have a bunch of head units.
all right.
They had actually they had like a little audio control section. They had the LC1, the LC2, the Epicenter Micro.
So he said he can join with just voice.
All right, here let me turn on the Wi-Fi so I can copy the link and send it.
So it's funny you should mention the audio control section. So I was talking with Matthew, and like that was a huge deal for audio control. And
Yeah,
like they literally had to build all those panels, get those all into the store, make sure it was all done. Like that was a huge undertaking to make that one little board that has the audio controller. I think it might be two boards.
right.
Like
Yeah,
that cost a ton. That cost audio control a ton of money to get that done
really.
and make sure it got done. And oh yeah, because they had to hire like someone to go out and do that.
Like design it for them, and then do they have to pay to get them in each store?
Yeah, but they're shells. They're not real.
Right.
So it's a shell. Best Buy
Yeah,
itself, the audio department, but it's valuable, so not the end of the world.
but
I mean, I don't want them to fail. I don't at all.
No.
I like, the funny thing is, it's like we're talking about car audio, but like, their camera section and
Oh, dude,
like,
the camera section's
microphone
horrible.
yours must suck, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude, they had a Sony ZV-1, they had 2 Canon point and shoots, they had a Sony A6000, and then a freaking like a TI6 or T6i Canon.
wow.
That was
Dude,
it. That's all the camera.
Ours is packed, man. Dude, every piece of GoPro, every piece of DJI.
Well, they had the GoPro. Now the GoPro and DJI section, they have all that stuff.
They had all the Rode mics. They had
the Rode mics.
the podcasting shit for Rode. They had the there's a Peak Design. We use Peak Design straps. Yeah. They had they had more Peak Design straps there than I even knew existed. I was like, holy shit. I mean, I bought them all.
Like Pokemon.
Yes, you had to catch them all. So, I didn't, they had Legos. That was a big plus. I mean, let's be honest. They could take over the whole toy store business. If they start selling more toys, like, why not?
Yeah, KB's gone now.
Yeah. Oh, they're all gone.
Well, and then even the Apple section is pretty. They have all the Apple computers, but the accessories they were just bombed out. They hardly had anything.
Well, they might have had a hard time after Christmas. Maybe yours, because like ours was. Of course, when I went to buy the iPads, it was like I don't care the color, man. Just bring it on.
Yeah.
What's
Chris?
up, Steve?
What up, man?
How you doing?
Sick, bro.
Aw, you shouldn't be kissing in the cars, man.
He's at the Best Buy, man. So how's the Best Buy going?
It's going good, man. It's going good. We're staying busy. We got installs all week. Like, I've had to reschedule half my stuff this week because I haven't been at work. But we've been busy.
So we were talking about like the camera section, and like I know the one here in Clearwater is packed. Like every goddamn imaginable camera you could think of. What does your store up there in North Florida have?
Our store is really like centrally located, so like we're like an hour and a half away from each other Best Buy, so our
Okay.
store is always stacked.
Okay. Yeah.
Like what amp kits do you have there? I didn't see one at my Best
I
Buy.
have the like in stock. We usually keep the amp kits in the bay now because thieves go into the aisles and they'll jab out the fuse holders or and so we keep all the install stuff in the bay now. But we have the kicker amp kits, 4 gauge, 8 gauge. We have Metra, the amp kits, 4 gauge, 8 gauge. We even have a 10 gauge kit, I think.
Wow.
And we have a couple of the kicker 1/0 kits left.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't have shit out there for maybe the same reason.
Yeah, probably.
Now, does your Best Buy have microwaves, washers, and dryers stacked right in front of the car audio section?
No, trust me, I got all that stuff kicked out of there a long time ago.
Well,
I
okay,
actually
Yep.
properly run my bay, so it looks like an install bay, not a delivery warehouse.
Well, what about on the show floor?
On the sales floor, like
Yeah.
car audio product or other stuff.
Yeah. No, on
Oh,
the one wall you guys have with all the stuff.
we went through a little bit of time where product was really low,
Mm-hmm.
but now we seem to have a lot more product in stock. We got plenty of stuff on sorry, Top Stock. We got a bunch of head units. We have the Sony 4000s. We got the new Kenwood 9707s.
Oh, nice.
The shallow screen Kenwood.
Mm-hmm.
We got product. I was surprised when I pulled up inventory the other day just to see what head units we have in stock. We have a lot of stuff in stock.
Oh, very cool.
They had quite a few. I didn't see any floating screens though. Do you guys carry any?
We usually have more stuff on .com than we do in store, especially like the higher end items, because those there's really no need to have them in the store. Usually, when somebody buys a product of that caliber, they're going to get it installed. They would order it and we set up their appointment and we order it for an in-store pickup.
Yeah.
Okay.
K-Barrick's onto it. He figured it out. After they melt the
Oh.
CCA amp kits, they start checking the Best Buy fuse holders.
That's exactly. Well, I've started personally. We don't if people like, I don't know. There was a sale. I guess Rockville had a sale the other day or something, where they had 2 8s in a little ported box with a little tiny 200-watt amp on sale, and we've had a stream of people these last couple weeks coming in to install that $199 Rockville special install. And the first thing I tell them right off bat, we're not going to use that power kit if you really want to install this, because it's a CCA power kit, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our installs. So if we install a CCA amp kit, they're going to come back in 30 days. Hey, my power wire fell off, and guess what? We got to fix it under warranty. Nope.
Yeah. Do they still do that monthly thing where you can get installs for $99 or whatever?
They changed that, so it's $200 for a year, right? But all the product has to be bought at Best Buy.
Okay.
Before people, that was a major thing. For $200 you could get any product from anywhere installed in your vehicle. For $200, anything.
That was
so you came with a 4-channel radio, speakers, backup cam, dash cam. You get it all installed for $200.
Yeah, that ain't working.
No. I should have took advantage of that when I didn't want to install something.
That's so stupid, man. I mean,
yeah.
Hopefully that guy lost his job, because that was just.
Well, they changed it. They changed it now. So now that it's product that you buy in store. So I could do a full install, front to back on a vehicle, and it's only $200 if they buy everything from us.
There's not a chance. Not a chance.
Wait, here you go.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. I mean, it's not even worth getting up in the morning for that.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy. I mean, it is a value for especially just in one install alone. you get your money's worth on labor. If you were to pay the labor individually for a set of speakers, a head unit, two sets of speakers and a head unit is more than $200 on a regular labor rate charge.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
So by getting on the membership, you get everything else installed free, and then not only that, you get like if you buy a TV, they go out and mount it for free. Washer and
Damn.
dryers you buy, and
I
they'll
don't-
go and install them
to
for
me,
free.
to me that all right. So from a business standpoint, to me that just sounds like a lose all the way around because it's not like you're making money on the product, you know,
Yeah.
because it's not like there's these huge margins to where you can lose money on the backside. It's like it's not like a TV is that you're buying for let's say $800 costs $250. You know?
Right.
In car stereo equipment, there is no margin in car stereo. Most of that stuff is,
Right.
it's like, yeah, you need to buy this power kit.
Yeah,
Because I mean, yeah, that's just insanity. I mean, it's just crazy. It's
I know. I need to sign up because I need a new dishwasher and I don't want to install it myself.
yeah. Go
Like,
go out there, get tech support, man. It's the way to go. I mean, it's a great value for the customers, and the reason behind it is it drives brand loyalty. If you
oh
have
no,
this
I totally
service,
get it.
you come and buy the stuff from us. You get, oh, and you get 2 years warranty on any product that you buy from Best Buy with it. So you get warranty included with the membership. It's a whole thing. It's kind of think of
Yeah.
it like Amazon Prime.
Well,
That
all right.
you
So
get.
now here's the
Well,
funny part on all of this. So basically, it's a lose for the company, and that brings us to the story that we're going to talk about tomorrow on the news. 700 employees just got laid off.
from Best Buy?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
about that.
I heard that
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
yeah, 700. They just laid off 700 people. Clearly, your store is doing okay, so you have nothing to worry about. But it's. I mean, I haven't read the article yet, so I can't comment on it. But
I think
700
500
people.
of them got laid off at mine. I had to check out I had to check out at customer service,
Excuse
and I
me.
swear I only seen about 4 employees in the whole Best Buy store, and it's a big ass store. I need to go. I need to do a short YouTube short video on it. Just do a quick walkthrough and show you how sad it is.
Listen, I can tell you the best thing about Best Buy, hands down, best thing about Best Buy. I can be in the install bay and I can be like, you know what, we need this
Yeah.
for a camera or whatever the fuck it is, and during the holidays because we were slammed and like I had to get gifts and shit. And I know you told me to call you and the whole thing, and I'm sorry. It was like everything I end up buying is like a last minute thing. So
All good.
I know I suck. But no, I just order it and it's like they text me and say it's ready to pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the best. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, because I like walking around and shit, but after I've walked around once, I don't need to walk around anymore.
No, I just need my stuff.
I just need my stuff. So it's like, man, I just walk up there. I come in, I walk in, I go to the lady. She's like, "Here's your shit. You sign this. Boom, gone." I don't even sign. You just show your phone, and it's like, gone.
Dude,
It's like,
you know what's one better than that? I'm on the Walmart Plus program.
oh, it just shows up at your house.
They put it on the door and ring the doorbell. Like I don't even have to go in there anymore.
That's cool.
Even if
We
there's
just
no
suck
limit.
at
Like I
food.
go order something that's $10 and do
We
it. I
just
don't
suck
do
at
that,
food.
but
You don't even have to go inside, then you could do store curbside pickup now.
Listen, man, I don't mind. I got to get my steps in. I don't mind walking up to the front door. Okay. I mean, I like shopping. I'm not going to lie. I'm the guy that likes shopping. I like going into a retail store. I like wandering around and I like looking at stuff. So like, but I also don't need to do that every freaking time. I need to just walk in and get,
yeah.
something quick, like going to Lowe's and having to find something. Oh,
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It
that
is a
sucks.
nightmare finding stuff at Lowe's.
But see, on the opposite side of that, we're redoing the install bay right now. And so I ordered a bunch of toolboxes and they delivered 2. And then the trucking company, after I had got, this was Home Depot. Sorry, I don't mean to brag on Lowe's. So I ordered 4 toolboxes from Home Depot because it's like, I don't have a pickup truck. I was like, dude, they'll just deliver them. It's fucking great. They'll show up. Boom. 2 of them show up and they're like, yeah, we don't have the other 2. I was like, what do you mean you don't have the other 2? I was like, we got 2. That's all that fit on the truck. I'm like, where are the other 2? I don't know. So then like, okay, so then I got to call back, talk to the trucking company. They're like, well, give us 72 hours. We'll see if we can find them. I'm like, what do you mean you'll see if you can? What the frick is going on here? Wait 72 hours, try to call them back. I mean, it took me like 10 times to get hold of them in the first place. So I'm like, dude, Hank's trucking company sucks. So finally I call Home Depot. I'm like, listen, man, I've been waiting. I waited their 72 hours. I can't get these people to answer the phone. Hopefully, because they're contractors of yours, they might answer your phone, seems how you pay them lots of money. I just want my toolboxes that I paid for. That's it.
Yeah.
So they're like no problem. So they're like no problem. We'll take 10% off. We won't charge you the truck. I don't care about any of that shit. I don't care. Great, you're gonna save me some money. Don't care. When the fuck are my toolboxes gonna be here? That's all I want to know. When the fuck are they gonna be here? And they're like, yeah. Hold on. Home Depot outsources the worst idea ever. Yes, it's the dumbest shit ever. And there again, even like the idiots drop the shit off. Okay, they're not idiots, but in this narrative they are. They're probably really nice people, but I don't care. It's like they don't even. It doesn't like all they have to do is drop the shit off. They don't even have to talk to you. It's like they're literally. It's like, is this your house? I don't know. It looks like the address. Boom, drop, gone. Like
exactly.
Not like, is this you got? No, they don't give a shit. Where do you want?
No, they're just putting on the door. Yeah.
They're just putting on the door and fucking leaving. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, third parties are one of the worst ideas that I've come across. They actually tried to do third party installers for a bit.
Oh damn, that sounds horrible.
Dave,
it was horrible, bro.
Oh, I can only imagine. Well, I mean, that's the cable company for the most part. I mean, the cable company around here was using, this third party, and these guys would just fucking show up and just like burn through shit, man. They did not care.
Like, yeah, just hack it and get it working.
Oh, hack it, get it working. Like there was one time like they had to run a new wire, and like they cut 5 times the amount of wire that they needed to run this fucking wire. I go and I look at my trash can, and there's like, I'm like, holy shit, what the frick? This guy just threw like 5 pounds of freaking like a whole box of wire in my trash can. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, they charge the parent company for all that wire, so they don't care.
Yeah. Whatever happened to customer service? I can tell you right now what happened to customer service. Customers have
exactly.
Service. When everyone is an idiot in your world, that's what happened. That guy was so stupid today. That wasn't it. I mean, me talking about those 2 drivers, knowing damn well they're probably really nice guys. I don't know though. To me, they're the face of the problem I'm having with getting my freaking toolboxes delivered. So to me, they suck. So customer service went away the day that everyone decided that I'm entitled to everything and you're going to give it to me because I'm going to give you money.
Or I'm going to send a tweet out that says how bad you suck.
Yeah, I'm going to say how bad you suck.
Yeah, or write a bad review on Google.
Yeah, I have power. No, you don't. You don't. The reality is, and I had to talk to a person that walked into our store once because he got shitty with me, and most of you guys can figure out that doesn't work really well with me. I'm a really nice guy until you become shitty with me, and there again, I don't have time for that crap. I'm way past the age and experience that I need. And this guy's like, I'm a customer of yours, and I said, whoa, back the train up.
Not yet, bro.
You haven't spent a dime in here, and I don't expect you to, especially after the conversation we're gonna have. I said, in order for you to be a customer, you have to spend money. Right now, you're not, okay? You're kicking tires, you're trying shit, you're asking questions, okay? You're prospecting. You're not a customer. When we exchange, then you become my customer. Till then, no, you're not. And I don't want you to be honest with you. So, get the fuck out, man. Go take your headache and go away.
Yeah.
Because honestly, as anything you do, sometimes you just get this bad vibe. We call it get married to somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be married to this guy. There's not enough money in the world to be married to some guy. Like I've been dealing with a marriage. I have 2 guys right now that I'm married to, and I want a divorce. I want a divorce so bad and they were bad marriages to begin with. Both of them were bad marriages, and I'm just sitting on the outside of it going,
Yeah.
why?
You want to hear a story of how I got divorced from one customer real quick? We did
Yeah.
we did a full install on one of his he got a Dodge Ram. We did a Alpine halo screen on his car, right? He didn't like it. It was too bright or whatever for his liking, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So we had to take it all out, right?
Yep.
We took it all out. A year and a half or so later, he comes back and he wants another full install on his new Ford truck, right? So he calls me, and I'm trying to avoid this guy like the plague, okay? Because I already know where this guy's coming from. And he's like, well, I bought 4 amps, and I mean, not 4 amps. I bought an a 4-channel amp. I bought a sub amp. I bought speakers, isn't that for my, I think it was a 2019 or 2021 Ford. And I'm like, firstly, does it have the B&O system? And he goes, yeah, it has the B&O system in it. And I go, well, you're gonna need to buy this piece at $600 just to put in the B&O system, to bypass the B&O and put all that stuff in. The guy's like, no, forget that, man. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, oh my God, thank God. I hung up the phone, and I'm like, thank God.
Dude, okay. So my stupid story of the week. This guy's been a customer of mine forever. He was just to give you an idea, he used to be the owner of the daycare center that Haley used to go to. Okay, so that's how long I've known this guy, all right? She's like 24 now or something. I don't know. Anyways, she's watching. She'll be watching. She goes, how old do you think I am? I'm like, 23? Jesus Christ. Anyways, so guy shows up. He's got this Land Rover, Range Rover. Okay, the big one. Yeah. It's like a 2012 supercharged. All right. He's all excited. He's like, bro, what do I got to do to put a stereo in this? I'm like, what do you mean? And he goes, so the radio doesn't work inside of it right now. And I go, oh. He's like, yeah, it makes some fucked up noises and shit. I was like, have you bought it yet? He's like, no, man, I'm just test driving it, but I really want it. I'm like, okay, what is the dealer telling you? They're telling me it's like $2,200. And I was like, okay, so is that too much? Or you figure because it's $2,200, you're going to spend a couple grand more and make it better? What are we trying to do here? And he's like, no, I just want it fixed. I go, okay, time out. So $2,200, you're going to pay them to do it because the module to interface with just your car is like $700. Okay. Yeah. Because I got to get a Zen module from Nav TV, and that shit's plated in gold. So, and then we don't even know what's actually wrong with the car. He's like, well, come out and listen to it. So I go out there to listen to it, and I'm like playing with the volume knob. He opens the passenger door, and fuck no shit, man. I go, I know that smell. And then a fucking cloud of smoke starts pouring out from underneath the fucking dash.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, bro, what the fuck, man? I'm like, dude, take this back right now and just fucking walk away. And he's like, oh, man, damn it. Yeah. No shit. An hour later, he calls back Paul. And he's like, dude, is there anything we can do? I really want this car. I'm like,
I told you,
stupid human. Like, literally smoke is coming out of a dash in a car, and you go, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable.
Dumb.
Dude, those Land Rovers in general are the worst electrical. Like, I don't know. They have electrical gremlins all the damn time. Not just with radios, just everything.
That's funny you mentioned Land Rovers. I had a customer just the other day. He actually wrote me a bad review on Google.
Yeah.
He has a 2021 Land Rover, right? And he wanted to install a radar detector. If you use, I don't know if you use all data or not to pull up wiring diagrams or schematics, Dean, but I use all data, right? If all data doesn't have a diagram for a car, I'm not gonna go poking and prodding or tying into systems that I don't know what it's tied into or not.
That's why doesn't want you to do that either. That's why they pay the
exactly
money to have all data.
So I told the guy, look, there's a piece that you can buy that's an OBD2 adapter. It plugs into the OBD2 and it just gives, it senses ignition and it gives the camera ignition and turn on and whatever it needs to do with the camera or the radar detector.
Yeah.
So I told him, look, order that piece and then I'll take the trim panels off and do the hard wiring and all that. The guy didn't want to hear it. He wanted me to hardwire it. I'm like, I'm not gonna hardwire it into a vehicle that I have no idea what's going on, especially a Land Rover, a new Land Rover. Get out of here, bro. And he gave me a bad review on Google.
So stuff like that, we don't even like. I mean, I know why you have to, because everything has to be like paid for or receipted up. But for us, something like that, we just go grab a Pack makes the OBD2 harness. Pack also has the ING3. So we just make a quick harness right there that plugs right in the OBD2, and it gives us everything. So it literally it gives because all you have to do is connect to constant 12 volts and ground, and it'll give you an accessory as soon as you start up the car. So if they want us to hardwire it, that's fine. We can still go to the OBD2 adapter and grab constant and ground, and it'll give us constant ground and accessory on the other side of it.
Yeah.
So, and it's like $30, if that.
Yeah, the wiring kit that I found him was like $25 online.
Yeah. And
I
it's
told him,
probably cheaper than that too.
I told him order that and I'll do it for you. He didn't want to hear it, bro.
No, that's fine. I mean, and there again, it's like it's okay, man. It's okay.
I know.
I gave we were at a Knowledge Fest in Orlando, the first one, and we were out it was like 1:00 in the morning. We were out with all the guys, and it was like, they started talking about all this fucking headache and shit, and I was like, whoa, guys, time out, man. Listen, you don't have to do everybody that walks in the door. Okay, it's there are some people that you just have to say thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
And I've had to do that. I had a guy come in and you're going to mount the amps to the back of the seat. And I go, no, I'm not. He's like, no, I want you to do that. I said, that's cool, man. That's cool. Let me give you a couple names for some other stores up the street, but I'm not going to do that. And
Yeah.
like, well, why not? I said, because I'm not. It's not how it's going to go down. I don't have to take your surfboard, and just because you walked in the door, I have to take your money. It's not how it works. No shirt, no shoes, no service. This is how we operate. This is, it's okay, man. We're not on the same page. I'm not upset. You shouldn't be upset. This is fucking, he gets all pissy with me. Like, no one's willing to do this shit. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're asking us to all do stupid shit that we don't want to do with your crap.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, it's the situation. If everyone around you is an asshole, maybe you need to stop and think for a second.
Well,
maybe you're the
3.
asshole. Maybe you're the asshole.
Well, rule number 3: everybody is somebody's stupid person at some point.
Yeah,
that's rule number 3, man. You might be my stupid person today, but I might be your stupid person tomorrow. So, compassion is what it's all about. I try to do everyone that walks into my door. I get it, and who doesn't?
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture. Sometimes Paul will come over and he'll be like, "Oh, dude, I need you to go look at this car," and it'll be like a freaking 2001 Mercedes Benz, E-Class, with every piece of that dash is gonna crack as soon as I go to put a tweeter in it, and I'm like, what do you want to do? Oh, I want to tear it all. I want to put it. And it's like, you look at the car and you're like, I'm not touching this car. I'm like, there is not enough money in the world for me to take this apart. Let me take that back. If I can buy new interior parts for your car, I'll be more than happy to put a stereo in it. And they'll just look at you funny. I'm like, look, that's going to break. That's going to break. That's already broken. Like, to do what? To make a couple $100? If I worked at Best Buy, $200? I can't. Hey, yeah, I did that one. Hey, man, listen, okay, so Stu brings up an interesting point. Chris, how long you been doing this?
Overall, maybe like 4 years.
4 years. You've been installing for 4 years. That's it.
That's it.
God damn. How old are you?
I just turned 40 this year.
What did you do before this?
I was a butcher.
That's right.
Remember? Yeah,
right. I knew that. Okay. So, anyways, let's just pretend you're 24 then. Well, okay. So it's an interesting thing. Like Stu just said that, I drilled a hole in a license plate once I'm on a camera. It's like, I had today a challenging situation. A guy had come in and he wanted a quote for his son's car. I said, cool. So I quoted him a bunch of shit, and he's like, that's too much. I said, okay, what's too much about it? What are we trying to do? You know, where we want to be. What do, you know, you go through the whole thing. And so I said, well, okay, here, this is what you really need to do what you want. It had DSP amp in it. Virtual car's doing the same fucking thing. Dude, you don't know how right you are in some cases. Damn, but Chris isn't a butcher. Chris cares. So
I do.
But you know, that's just because I don't take my car to anybody. I don't even know if my wife drive my car. Come on. I'd take Fernando's car there. Anyways, okay, so turns out I used to do this back in the 90s.
Everybody says
I know some shit. You know, you try to sell me some stuff. And I'm like, whoa, time out. Hey, guess what? I used to do this in the 90s. Yeah. I used to do it in the 2000s. What is it, 2023 now? I'm still fucking doing it, bro. I've been doing this for 33 fucking years. Okay, what do you do now? Don't tell me. I really don't want to know. You know, I'm like, listen, we did it in the 90s. We're not proud of it, okay? But we thought we were doing some next level shit, you know? We weren't. By today's standards, no. Man, we were fucking hacks.
Pimp my ride level.
Oh yeah. He's a cool dude, by the way. Jason Ewing, really awesome dude. Anyways, yeah, you know, we all look back at a buddy of mine sent me Chris, you sent me a picture of some shit you did.
Yeah.
You know, and you were like, man, this was like 2.5 years ago. You know, and you were like, you've evolved that much in 2.5 years to where you looked at that and you were like, you know, your face kind of turned red, even though you can't tell because you got a natural tan. And you were like, man, this, you know, I really want to go back into this and make it better because I'm ashamed of myself, which you shouldn't be. Imagine going back 30 years and seeing some of the shit you did.
Well, I remember doing my backyard installs back in the day, and they were, light years ahead of what I used to do back then.
Oh yeah, I mean, but we all evolve, we all get better. So here's a guy that was trapped in the 90s, trying to tell me how to do a system in 2023, and it was like, no, dude, that's not how we do it anymore. Okay, we don't do what you're describing. We haven't done it like that in years, and here's why. You know, and it's just not done that way. Okay, we have better technology. You know, we have, and so when you look at it like that, and you're like, there's better things now. There's better ways. There's better processes in place. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, it's like, this is what I knew, so I did this. Okay, I know a lot more now, so I do it this way because, you know, one of the things our YouTube channel has, you know, everyone we talk to always says the same thing, man, dude, I've learned so much. You know, I do it. I've changed. I do this. Hell, I had a guy come to me once in Dallas, and he sought me. This guy fucking ran across the room, Tekken 4, baby. This guy ran across the room, and I was like, whoa, slow down, dude. He's a big guy like you, Chris. And, you know, don't come running across the room towards me. You know, I'm like, oh, crap, what did I do? And he's like, dude, you changed my life. You saved my life. I got to keep my business. And I was like, wait a minute, slow down. Like, you said too much. What are you talking to me? He goes, man, I hurt my back. I'm a bigger guy, put on some weight. He goes, and I thought I was going to have to quit installing because I can't sit in the back of a car for 4 hours wiring shit up.
Wire on the bench.
Yeah, he goes, I found your channel. And I was like, I never thought about doing back to front installs. He's like, dude, I kept my business because I started doing things like you do it. And it just made sense. And like, now I can, you know, I got a helper that can, like, if I got, you know, and he's like, dude, it's fucking great. He's like, thanks so much. And I was like, oh okay. You know, great. I mean, that's fucking awesome. You know, but it's a story like that it was like, wow, yeah. But I started out the same way, sitting in the back of the car for 2 fucking hours or 4 days or too fucking long, going, dude, there's got to be a better way. Why are we doing it like this? You know,
yeah, Dean. When I started, I had you guys to, you know, when I started doing this professionally, I had you guys to watch videos on and learn from. You know, like, I started off with a basic knowledge of how to install stuff because I used to do it on my own, but I didn't have any professional guidance or know how to do maestro interfaces or any of the new stuff that we do. I had you
Right.
guys. I watched you guys, and for the first year that I was doing this, that's all I'd watch. My wife was annoyed of hearing your voice on the TV. She's like, "Oh my God, it's that guy again."
Yeah, trust me. Oh my God, no, I was in a bar, and we're all hanging out, and I'm talking, and this lady goes, "I know that voice." She's like, "I know your voice. I don't even know what you look like, but I know your voice. Oh my God." And I was like, sorry. Dean, did you work that out yourself, or did the other industry peeps? No, it was me. It was 100% me, Baba. Because you got to remember, man, you're old like me. And what do we have? Magazines? There was nobody doing install videos. There was no YouTube.
Bullshit.
No
You never
tutorials.
watched a Fishman video?
No, never. No, you know what it was? It was one of those. It was just one of those natural transitions of things. It was like, if you guys haven't figured out, I'm kind of an overachiever and kind of like to overthink shit. And it's like, it just became a thing because it was one of those things where it was like, this is a problem. I hate doing it. We had a guy complain because like his back seat got bent because one of my installers was sitting on his back seat for 4 hours, and it was like, there's got to be a better way to do this, guys. This is fucking stupid, and it just naturally transitioned as when I became the fabricator, I hated my installers because they all sucked. So in order to keep them out of the car, I would build the trunk, wire everything up in the trunk, and then run everything forward. So I'm like, I got this, bros. And they'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
And if you want to experience and see how Dean is an overthinker, join us on SideJag, where he overthinks the stupidest movies we watch every week.
Yeah, my wife, Bobby. You're those stereo dudes. Yeah. We'll always have California, Bobby. We'll always have California. Hey, Chris, man, thanks for coming on and chatting with us tonight.
No problem, man.
I know you're
always
sick.
always a pleasure.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
That's it for tonight, guys. You good?
We'll see him the week after next.
Week after next, guys. Thank you so much, guys. You have a great night.
Yeah. Watch SideJag if you want to continue the shenanigans.
Oh, definitely.